Hello guys, this is Paul from Info Troopers. Today I'm studying a picture from the NASA archives. Up in the right hand corner you have all the details of this picture. It's a photograph taken by a satellite, of course, and it is more like a canyon type of part of a small canyon that's in amongst a picture of Mars. And well, in amongst this picture, it's a small canyon, or else it's a big picture of a big area, and it's a big canyon. So we are stuck. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on this object, this this canyon, and you're going to notice a structure which to me is mind blowing. When I say mind blowing, I mean clearly in my eyesight, the way I see it is that this is a huge base, underground alien base on Mars in a NASA picture. Now I had to use Screencast-O-Matic to record, but basically you will have the link which will appear in the video at the top, but I'm going to zoom in, and we're zooming in now, and what you're going to see is a square cube with a large saucer-like disc connected to it within this crater. I mean, clearly there you have this object, this, like, it looks like a flying saucer connected to a base wall of a square that goes underground. And here is the canyon wall, which is huge, but I believe the square base goes right underneath the whole area. And that object, that circle, to me is a huge saucer, or it's like some type of oxygen. I don't know. What could you say about Mars? What way are we getting perceived that Mars, you can't breathe on Mars? We haven't been to Mars to say that we can't breathe on it. I don't know. This looks like an underground base. And the circle, to me, it is totally so abnormal that NASA have not and will not come out and explain what is going on in this picture and in this small canyon. But that circular object that we're looking at connected to that square, that circle, if you look very carefully, has four like locking systems connected to the circle. That's four locking systems, and on top of the square base you have this little wall. Now you can see that that's the canyon wall. It's deep. It is a crack in the surface, but then you basically got that square, and then you have the surroundings. I believe where I was showing there, that square goes right over that area. But that's clearly it looks like a flying saucer that comes down and connects to a base, just like we have craft that goes to the ISS and connects to a doorway, so the portals can open and you can go from the craft into the ISS. Well, maybe this is the same thing. I'm going to do a video at it, and here's a video at it, and clearly I'm showing you the structures of what I could see, and what way I've done it. I've lined it out. You can go in and check the main page and view it. That looks metallic. Doesn't that look like a metallic disc with a shiny area at the top? You've got the shadowy side of a whole circle. You've got that square, and it's gone into that deep canyon. It to me, it's mind blowing. And there's all these wall structures. Uh, I can clearly see wall structures. Uh, I'm sure when you view this yourself, that you'll notice, yes, they have to be wall structures of some type. Here it is, where I'm zooming in naturally into the natural picture itself. It just does not look natural in any way, shape, or form. Like, we can go on Google Earth all day long, all month, all year, go to the deserts, go to craters, or go to like cracks in the surface and canyons. We won't find something like this. And funny to just think that in a NASA picture, there's this in the middle of the picture. You have to zoom in certain certain distance, and it appears, and it's so abnormal. I'm sitting scraping about looking. It's just so abnormal. It's freaky. I'm not saying freaky as in I panic, but the further you zoom out, the more you can see in detail that this is, uh, to me, it's intelligently built. And I do believe that's a flying saucer or some type of doorway. Now, I'm going to gadget about to try and get in to get the natural picture again. I'm not good at CGI. As you can tell by my introduction video, that's all done by this video pad editor thing. But just look, and here's the page. Pause and read that wee section. Now I'm going up. There's all the details. There's the link. You just write down what you see there at the top in the link section, and basically you view this picture yourself. And it is of NASA. And further on down, when you look in this darker, you have this like big cigar-shaped object just sitting in the middle of like a sandbank, which just doesn't seem to match. I was trying to scour about to see if I could find any other objects, and I know there was this black line which I'm going up to, and I've realised that there's the area that you should be looking at. Yes, and you go up and you have this black line. Now, I don't know if that's meant to be like a crosshair, but not a crosshair as we usually know of old NASA photographs. I do zoom in here just to check, but it is a black line, and I think that might just be to do with the camera itself. But above all, I've showed you the picture. You have to sit and question. I always question NASA pictures. Always question NASA pictures. I always say for NASA, it's never a straight answer. And they will give you the picture, but they won't give you an answer. And they won't give you a reason for taking the picture. They will just have a picture and it's a picture. That's the way they see it. They don't have to answer questions for nobody. Absolutely no one. And that's NASA's rule of way of going. They do not answer to anybody. You can't even I don't even believe the president of the United States of America could ask NASA to explain this. What could NASA say? Well, NASA could just turn around and say, look, it's better just us not explaining it and you just keeping it quiet and not asking us that question. Because the president hasn't got the actual authority really over NASA. I don't believe. The only time there was when JFK was around. And you look what happened to JFK when you saw a president that wanted power over a space agency and wanted to disclose secret networks and all these corrupt organizations that hide and censor the truth. So I'm going to skip on to the next wee part, and hopefully you subscribe to my channel, which Info Troopers. I've only started before I got a nice wee amount of subscribers, but I'll let it be at that and you can just take another look.